Well, it's a new day, and here's the scales. So take the clamps off now, and we'll see how well the baking paper works. Look at that, it just peels off nice and clean. There's no stickiness there at all. There's your fibre liners. That's a great tip. Thanks for that, Del. That's from Del from Dirty Room for that tip. Right, next job, we're on to the bevel grinding. How guys, and I hope you like that intro on one of my previous videos. It was based on a childhood program called How, where they used to show you how to make certain things, and that was back in the 1970s, and the chief character was a chap called Jack Hargreaves, a wonderful old man, sadly no longer around. It really harkens back to an age, a bygone age now, I'm afraid, in many ways. Well, I hope my knives are a bit of a reflection to that bygone era, if I try to build them to last. Anyway, I'm all set up now to grind the bevels. I've got the lights on. These are the lights that Del from the Dirty Room put me on to. They're pretty good, Del. There's no excuse now for me not getting these grinds absolutely perfect. Well, that's the aim anyway. I've been putting a 30-degree bevel on my knives recently. I found that out through research it's the best angle for this type of knife, in all honesty, I think, and so do a lot of other very knowledgeable people. It will give you a grind height once it's ground, a grind height of around about 8 or 9 mil, and that angle will give you an edge which is strong, easy to sharpen, and it won't roll so easily, you know. And if you go for steeper angles like 22, 23 degree Scandis, I think you're really asking for trouble, really. So anyway, that's what I'm putting on these. I'll show you the grinding setup now for anyone that's interested in my my setup. Just take you off of the tripod. Bring you over here. I've got this table which is held on with G clamps. It's all nice and secure, solid. Everything is solid. This is my grinding jig. Piece of angle. Look. It's not quite a true 90. I've got to compensate for that, which I've done with the platen. And the platen on this machine that John built me, I can adjust for any angle I want. I can do freehand grinding now, but for accuracy and consistency I still prefer to use my jig. So anyway, let's get on and grind the finished bevels on these knives. not quite down to the cutting edge yet. Do that on the next grit, but they're nice. The grinds are nice and equal. That side, that side. The tip, don't know how well you can see the tip. Equal. Plunges. Equal. So move on to the next grit and then go down to the cutting edge. I've gone down through 240 grit and put the final cutting edge on. Very happy with the evenness of the grind. And I've gone to the final belt, which in this case is a Trizact belt, which is equivalent to about 400-ish grit, I think. So we'll smooth out all the scratches down to 400 grit, and then we'll give it a strop and see how sharp it is. For all intents and purposes, the blade is finished. It's now finished. I'm just going to give it a strop up, just a light strop in, just remove the burr which is formed, and polish the bevel a little bit. So I was chatting to a well-known and highly respected English knife maker at the Wilderness Gathering, Ben Orford, a few weeks ago, and he says that he finishes his blades to around about 360, 320, 360, something like that grit, I think, and then strops them from there. And the reason being that the 320 grit leaves, if you look at it under a microscope, you would see serrations, and that actually aids the knife when you're using it again, cutting into wood, which is what these knives are designed for. So you don't want a super polished knife bevel. Might look really nice, but as soon as you use it, two things are going to happen. One, it's going to scratch and show scratches immediately, and two, it won't cut as good into wood as a blade with a slightly coarser edge. Well, the blade is now finished. I stropped it, tidied up the flats. The edge is beautiful edge, nice and even. And we can do that test that everybody does on a sheet of paper. Junk mail on Barclay card. They always send junk mail. Wouldn't have one of their cards if they paid me. I'm testing the whole edge to see if I got any catches. Just test the very tip. That's superb all the way. You can do very, let's have a look so I get a bit closer for you. Very fine. Anyway, that is quite a sharp knife now. And I think the O, you can just barely see it, the O from the bob. So that's it, Bob. Just got to put the scales on. That's another video. Should be finished early next week. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the series. I think it just, well, I'll put one more video up, as I say, showing the finished product, but I think it just shows you how much time goes into actually building a hand-built knife to a fairly high standard. It's not an easy thing to do. I say to people, I'll try and get your knife at a certain time, and I'm generally I'm on target for that, but it really is a job which you cannot rush. So I hope the people that are waiting for their knives do understand that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.